It's Val, your gal for all things health, diet, fitness, and happy living. Great to see you again. Thanks for coming back. Today I want to talk to you about something that I think a lot of us are suffering from these days. Seasonal allergies. I'm choking now just thinking of it. The itchy, watery eyes, the sneezing, the runny nose, the congestion. And we all take a lot of antihistamines and things like that, which do help. But I came across this great recipe for an actual all-natural remedy. I got it from this place called Alpha Foodie. It's a great website, but I figured I would share the recipe with you. It's a little involved, but you can put it in the fridge in a big jar or a big container, and it lasts up to 10 days. So what I did to prepare for this was, the main ingredient is pineapple. And why pineapple? Well, pineapple has something in it called bromelain, and I never say that word right. And bromelain is actually an excellent anti-inflammatory, and they use it a lot to treat inflammatory diseases of the bowel and the intestine. But it also works very well for blocking histamines. What are histamines? Well, histamines are what make us feel so awful, okay? The itching, the watering, the stuffiness, the sneezing. But it's actually our body trying to combat the pollen and the ragweed and the mold and whatever else is going on. That's what we have in the Northeast. And everything's blooming and it's beautiful, but we're all sneezing, itching, and wanting to rip our eyes out. Sorry, my director's watching me, so I have to hurry up. Anyway, so what I did before the scene is I took this, well, when it was whole, I cut the top off, and I soaked it in until it was covered in a big pot with a couple tablespoons of vinegar to kind of cleanse the outer skin, because believe it or not, that's what we're going to be using. It's not the pineapple itself. It's the outer skin and it's the core. Okay, so you can have the pineapple for eating, which is great. We can save that. But we have to get the skin off and we need the core. And then what I did was I scrubbed it with a veggie brush. Okay, to get out any impurities, anything that's stuck in the skin, because that's what's actually going to be cooking when we're cooking this down. Okay, so the other instruments of destruction that you're going to need is a paring knife, measuring spoons, a bigger knife to cut the pineapple, a juicer, and I don't have it, I'll have to use this one. I used a lemon zester, because you're going to have to zest lemon, ginger and turmeric. Okay, I've already done the ginger because it's a little time consuming, and then I'm going to do the turmeric. Okay, so first things first. So first we want to be able to cut off, we're trying to cut off just the skin of the pineapple. Okay, so I need glasses for this part. All right, so getting old, can't see. Ooh, very dirty too. So I'm going to try and just get the skin off of this. It's kind of a precision thing, and it's not that easy. So you don't really want to get the pineapple itself. You want to get the skin of it off. And sometimes it's easier just to do it in sections. Okay, I'm just getting the skin off. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, it's not easy. And this knife was just sharpened, thank God, because I'm already struggling. But we're trying to just get the skin off, just the skin. You're probably going to leave some behind, and you're probably going to get some pineapple in it, but that's okay. I'm not going to get crazy with this right now. But we're also going to cut out the core, okay, because that's where all the actual nutrients are that we need. Skin and the core. It's a little messy, but that's all right. Let me see if I can get all this off. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Let's take this off. Like I said, it's not an easy procedure to do. And the pineapple I'm going to save for later and cut it up. I have a huge, I don't think you can see this, pot of 17 cups of water. I used alkaline water, which is purified. You're just going to take the skins and you're going to throw them in that pot of water. Okay? Which is what I'm doing. Now I'm going to try and do this side. Again, you just want the skin. You're not trying to get the pineapple itself. All right, it takes a little elbow grease to do, but You're all working out, lifting weights. You can do it, right? All right, let's see. Oh, this side is tough. This side is tough. It's fighting me. So anyway, we'll get off what we can. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is all going to be sieved out at the end anyway. All right, but we want the best of the skin. Okay, like I said, this one's kind of tough, this side. I'm not sure why, but that's all I'm going to get off of it for now. Okay, dumping this in the pot. That's why I scrubbed it and sterilized it with the vinegar. All right, so we have that in the pot now. Now, there's other things we need to add to this. So, the one thing we need to add, which I already did, was we need 3 tablespoons of ginger. Fresh ginger. I'm talking ginger root, okay? This is organic ginger root. I prefer organic. You do not have to use organic, obviously. Let me take the glasses off. But it comes out nice. I actually used a lemon zester for this to make it very fine. I should be using it for the turmeric, but I don't have it with me at the moment. So I'm going to dump this in as well. Okay, it's 3 tablespoons of ginger, fresh ginger. Now, to do the turmeric, this is turmeric. Okay, turmeric is also other great anti-inflammatory. And you find it a lot in Indian food. And the thing is with this, though, I'm going to put gloves on because it stains really badly when you grate it, when you touch it, when you cut it, anything, okay? But it's a great, great spice. It's fantastic for your body, for everything. Fights all inflammation. And we know that inflammation is not our friend. So, we need 2 tablespoons of this, which I'm going to try and grate very quickly with this little grater. And we'll see what happens. Okay? So, if you can see the orange, okay, it's very orange. It's very full of vitamins. I'm trying not to grate the glove. All right. Organic turmeric is kind of hard to find. You may be able to find it in your local shops, maybe at a health food store. Okay. It depends. It smells good, but look at my hands. Okay. Very good for you. It's amazing. So we need 2 tablespoons of that. That looks like about a tablespoon. Let me get the pot out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. It's easier if you just put the grater down on the cutting board. Okay, that looks like about 2. Let me get all this out of the way. All right, maybe a little bit more. Give me one more piece of that golden turmeric. Can't have too much of that. The more the better. It'll still taste great. All right, that's about 2 tablespoons. I don't know its measure. And you know what? Great chefs always use their hands, not utensils. Ask Rachel Ray. Okay, so I'm putting that in now. 2 tablespoons of turmeric. Yum. Okay, now I guess we can use the gloves. Rid of them. No, I'm not throwing on the floor. I have a garbage pail. Okay, we also need cayenne pepper. Okay, cayenne pepper is fantastic for allergies as well. We're only going to do a half a teaspoon though. Okay, you don't want too spicy. So we're going to do half a teaspoon of cayenne. Okay. Pepper also is necessary for the body to absorb turmeric, all right, or curcumin, okay, same thing. Turmeric contains curcumin, but curcumin is best absorbed in the body when it has pepper associated with it. You can use black pepper also, okay, fresh black pepper. We also need 2 cinnamon sticks, so we're just going to throw those right in there. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, good old McCormick. 2 cinnamon sticks. We're also going to need the juice of 2 oranges. I should be cleaning this up, but I'm not. It's all going in the same place anyway. It doesn't really matter now, does it? How we doing, Angus? He's still watching. These I actually was able to get blood oranges. I love them. So we're just going to squeeze this right into here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Let me see here. Okay, so we got everything in here. You need a juicer, like I said. Much easier. You get no pits, no nothing. Squeeze all the juice into there that you can. Okay? Throw that right in the garbage. Okay. You want all that juice in there. One more. Okay. Fantastic. And there we go. It's a little messy, but sometimes cooking is messy. It's fun. Okay. We got that in there. Now we need 1 lemon. So I'm going to cut that up. By the way, if you have a lemon that's very tough, which this one is, for some reason, I guess it's very fresh. The best way to kind of loosen it up is roll it. Roll it on your counter or roll it on your table, okay? Put some pressure on it. And it will loosen up for you a little bit. This one's really tough. I'm going to cut the ends off it too because it's kind of like odd shaped and it's not going to fit in there too well. So I'm going to cut that. Big tip also, this I learned from my husband, and thanks to him my knives are always sharp. Gotta have sharp knives. Have to have sharp knives. When we met, I was using a bread knife for everything. And he made fun of me and sharpened all my knives. Thank God. Thanks, honey. Okay, so juice of 1 lemon. Okay, and the last thing we need, get it, hold on. We need 2 sprigs of, you can use either rosemary or thyme. I prefer rosemary because it's so aromatic. It smells so good. Oh. Organic too is the best. So fresh. So we put 2 sprigs of that in. Okay. Now, this is going to go, I'm going to mix this all up. Of course I don't have it. I'll use my knife. That'll work. Okay, we're going to mix all this up. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. We need the core of the pineapple too. Let me get that. Now, there's another ingredient that we're supposed to add to this. However, I choose to put it in when serving. It calls for honey. Okay, and if you can get locally sourced honey, it's even better because that's the best for fighting allergies for your region. So if you know anybody that has local honey, that's fantastic for you to get. Okay, even that on itself is a great allergy fighter. So if you want, you can put 3 tablespoons of this in, or you can save it till after and put it in when you're serving it. So it's kind of like a natural sugar. Okay. The only other thing, what are we missing? Oh, that's right. Sorry. The core. Okay. So we're gonna need, and this is why I have the big knife. I'm gonna try and cut the core right out of the center of this thing. All right. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna get, but I probably shouldn't have cut it this way, but we'll see what happens. So we want, this is the hard part in the middle that nobody ever eats anyway, okay? So we're gonna stuff that in there. I'm gonna save this for cutting and eating. All right, we still have a little core on this one. Perfect. Get that off, throw that in there. Like I said, this is all gonna be strained at the end. So it's gonna have to cook on medium heat. You want it to just simmer for about an hour on the stove. Okay, and once it's done, let it cool. You can pour it, like I said, into a jar or a big jug. I have big water jugs that we used to use, or a pitcher, and you can store it in the fridge. And this is actually, it tastes so good, you cannot believe. And you can either, that's not what I want this part in here. There we go, the core. All right, so all this I'm going to save for the meaty part, and we can eat that later. So now you want to put this on the stove with a lid, propped sideways, okay? It's all ready to go. This is what it looks like. I know it's not too appetizing at the moment, but when you cook it down for an hour, okay? Let it simmer. Don't bring it to a slight boil and then turn it down, okay? And let it just simmer for an hour. Then you're going to take a sieve or strainer, something with small holes, and you're going to strain the whole thing into a container. And this will sit great for about 10 days in the refrigerator. And you can either drink it hot or cold, or you can put it in other drinks. You can even put it in cocktails if you want. And it's fantastic. Like I said, you can put the honey in now, or you can put it in later. I put it in later. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. It's a lot of little ingredients. It's a little messy, but it's better for you than antihistamines. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you try it. I hope it works. I know